Hi everyone, it's Susan from Bright Star Crafters, and today I'm going to show you how to create this lovely mug for Sarah. And you can create anything at all. You can do any name here, and you can do any pattern and any plain vinyl. So I will show you how to set this up. So we have basically got this as a free SVG for you to use, and all you have to do is click upload in Design Space and upload image, and I like to find my file and click and drag into the space. And then you'll see that we have set this up perfectly. You can click upload, and then you'll see I have a few that I have tested on to make sure that we are all perfect, because it can be a little bit fiddly. So you'll see here, let me get it here for you. We have set it up so that you've got black at the top, you've got the tan at the bottom, and that tan can be any pattern at all you like. We're just using the lovely leopard print, and then you'll see that we have the name and a cute little love heart. I'm going to show you how you could possibly change this to be whatever text you want in whatever font you want. It can be completely personalized to suit whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go to my text and I'm going to type in Susan, and I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to change in here, and you can go to your system and then you'll see it will find the font that you've recently searched for. But I'm going to just type in Valentine, and you can see that I found it here. So I'm going to click and I'm going to just drag that down. Now you can see that there's quite a big gap between the S and the U, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to ungroup it. And then Cricut's pretty clever. You can then move your fonts around, or sorry, the individual letters around to be exactly what you do want, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm just going to close that up. So this is where all your layers are kept. And you can see, because I've ungrouped this, each one of these letters are on a different layer. So they're kind of like on top of each other. Okay, and that's how these kind of programs work. If I wanted to, I could highlight over, so just dragging it over, and I could do group, and it now will hide it. And if I turn that eye off, it'll hide it, and turn it on again, and it's on again. Perfect. So if I want to put this in here, what I can do now is I'm going to click on this whole panel and I'm going to click ungroup. And now it's all down here, and I should be able to, because we've set this up originally in, and that was Control Z if you want to undo, or just up here to undo and redo. I want to basically move all this, but I want to keep the little heart. So what I can do is I can just drag this down to make it a bit easier for myself. And you can see up here, I'm going to want to, if I'm going off this mug, I want to do the black like this. So I want to just change this. This is where all your colors or your materials are sorted. So I'm going to click that, and you can see it's locked down here. So I'll click it again, and you can just make it bigger and smaller. You can see the size is here. Now if you wanted to put that into inches, you can just go into your settings and change that, but I like to work in centimeters or millimeters. So you can see that that fits in quite nicely. I can just scale it down a little bit more, and I'm going to want to get this little heart, so I'm going to ungroup it again, and now I can grab that and I'm going to just highlight and delete, and I can put that there. Now you can make this one a little bit bigger if you want, because there's a little bit more room to play with. And now if I like that perfectly, I'm going to just get rid of that one, because I've done all my work here, so I don't need to do it again. I can just basically copy and paste it. But what I would like to do before I kind of go ahead, because if you don't weld it, it's kind of hard to see, but all these things will kind of join up, get cut because they're overlapping, because they're all individual. Okay, I'm not even sure if you can, if you click and make it, can you see what happens? Hopefully we can see. Yeah, you can actually see that it's not even cutting because it hasn't been, you haven't welded it. And that just basically means outlining it. So if I click weld on that, it now becomes one basic cut. Can you see it in here? It's now just one thing. So I want to get that, and I want to join those together. So I can, holding shift, I can click, and then I click that again, and then you can group those two together. And now they're just one, and you can see that they're one. And I can turn it on and off. Perfect. Command C and Command V, which I know are my shortcuts. Now, I can just bring it over here and I can kind of eye it up and make sure. But if I want to, I can select that, and I can also select with my holding my shift, I get those two, and you can align them to make sure that they're absolutely perfect. So align to the top. So if I was to say it was down here and I wanted it to be perfectly aligned to here, so I want this to move up to there, by using that tool, it makes it really easy and just more accurate than trying to do it by eye. If I go make it, you'll see what happens. So we've got things a bit all over the place. Okay, which is okay. It's not that big of a deal. But if I wanted to kind of make it a bit more organized, oh, that moved a bit. I select that. I see how it has a little question mark. That means that it is not knowing what color to show, because even though these both look black, they're actually not. They're one of them is kind of like a darker color, like a brown, and one of them is a black. So I'm going to do that. Now we see that we only have two colors. We've got the black, and then the tan. Now if I want to click off that, I'll click that. Now weld that, and then that merges all of that together. Now if you click make, you'll see that they're a bit more organized, and that actually looks pretty good. That is going to save you quite a bit of material, how that has been set up, but you could do it where and I like to have these kind of separate, but you could do it, you could organize it a bit more like this. So before I welded this, I could have moved all of that over here, or you could highlight that and you could weld those together. And then what happens is when you click make it, they will stay in position. So welding just kind of means keeping it in that exact how you see that in the area. So before they were kind of moving and Cricut was deciding what it wanted to do, whereas when you have more control, you're telling it what to do, and that always, I think, works out better. So really, when you're here, you have done what a great job. So here we go. I always get mixed up with this. So you can load in whatever. So if you wanted to go with like a floral bottom pattern, you might want to do a nice kind of a navy or a pink or a purple up here, and you could do different colors of this. You can do whatever you want. That's the most amazing part of this whole project. You can make it look so cool, and this is quite a complicated thing, but really not too difficult. It does use our wet apply, so I will recommend, we've got basically, let's give it a bit of a shake, and you can see that we've got water and it's just a bit of a squirt of detergent, washing up detergent, and it's quite easy, really not too complicated. We will do another video on that, but when you go on to the next video that we will be showing you next after this, you will see how we've actually cut out, weeded out, applied this mug project. So hopefully that will help you, and I hope you're going to have a great time making your own special mug. We can't wait to see it, and make sure to come and join us on our Facebook group to show us.